Average Joe's is pleased to announce the return of Growmaster as their official Season 2 series sponsor, and their continued support is greatly appreciated. Through many years of both hunting and raising deer, the folks at Growmasters have determined that the best way to attract deer is with scents that they can't resist to keep them at your mineral sites. So, they formulated a great flavor that deer will love. This gives them the time to get the vitamins and minerals that they need. Growmaster also has meaning. Their product is the leader in the use of all-natural organic dewormer, and as much as they love to hunt, they also love to see their local herds strong, healthy, and growing big. It is their mission to help you do the same. Mention Average Joe Sim Racing League when placing an order for 2 40-pound buckets and receive a free hat. Happy scouting and hunting from the team at Herd Health Wildlife Products and the Growmasters brand.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here tonight with the Growmasters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. We are here, folks, at Watkins Glen. Qualifying action has started. And, folks, a big shout out here tonight for our race sponsor with the Growmasters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Tonight's race is the MX5 Trackside Delivery Experience 150. Tonight's race is brought to you by the MX5 Trackside Delivery Experience and presented by Circuit Florida. If you've ever dreamt of taking your brand new Miata straight from the showroom to the racetrack, this is how you do it. With the MX5 Trackside Delivery Experience, your new Miata gets delivered directly to Circuit Florida, where you'll enjoy a free lunch, transport arrangements, and even condo reservations while you're there. Then it's time to hit the all-new 1.7-mile private road course in Auburndale, Florida, with certified instructors ready to help you push that MX5 to its limits. It's the ultimate way to unleash your Miata's potential trackside. Just like the action we've got on tap here for you tonight at Watkins Glen. Ad is paid by Austin Oliver. So, folks, we appreciate you tuning out here to Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. We've got some road course action here tonight at the famous Watkins Glen. Right now, we're taking a look at Joshua Holt ripping it around the track. Let's see who sets down the quick time here for some qualifying action. Nolan McClurg with a 1:13.063. McClurg's got some speed here tonight in that number 16 machine. Right now, we're taking a look at folks, be sure to click that like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel as these guys continue to qualify. We will be right back.
JS Racing. We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
And we're back here at Watkins Glen with the Grow Masters Average Joe Sim Racing League here tonight. Once again, tonight's race is the MX5 Trackside Delivery Experience 150. It's going to be a good one right now. Top of the board, we've got Michael Harrington. Willie Smith out here, currently in the second spot, 0.2 of a second behind Harrington. So right now we're looking at Harrington, Smith, McClurg, your top three. Looks like it's official, folks. Quick time, Michael Harrington, top of the board, and it is time for the Grow Masters Average Joe Sim Racing League race right here at Watkins Glen. Folks, let's get gridded up and ready to roll. Ladies and gentlemen, here is tonight's starting lineup with the Average Joe's Sim Racing League presented by Grow Masters at Watkins Glen. As our cars continue to get gridded up here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on the front row, you don't see him yet, but in the pole position, in the number 8, Michael Harrington. On his outside, the 3, Willie Smith. Row number 2 on the inside, the number 16, Nolan McClurg. On his outside, it's the 12, Akari King Wright. Row number 3 on the inside in the number 51 machine, Stephen Blevins. On his outside in the 24, Jeffrey Petty. Row number 4 on the inside, ladies and gentlemen, it is the 25 of Chris Mackey. On his outside in the 1, John Sheen. Going back here to row number 5 on the inside, it's the 43 of Ryan McClurg. On his outside, the 10, Justin Day. Starting in the 11th position in row number 6 in the 45, Austin Guerrero. On his outside, the 88 of Dan Adams. Row number 7 on the inside, the 99, Kevin Burns. On his outside in the 94, Fred Chase. Starting in the 15th position, row number 8, and the 92, Josh Westendorf. On his outside, the 91, Steven Linger. Row number 9 on the inside, the 70 of Brian Day. On his outside, the 52, Brian Cook. Row number 10 on the inside, all the way from Canada, in the 62 machine, it is Jonathan Dominics. On his outside, the 87, Brian Cook. Row number 11 on the inside, the 2, Michael Weaver. On his outside, it's the 48 of Justin McCurdy. Going back here to row number 12 as we're getting rolling, it's going to be the 23rd position, the 20 machine of Josh Revel. On his outside, the 6, Douglas Ivy. Going back here to row number 13 in the 78, Jason Rushing. On his outside, the 56, John Stapleton II. Starting in the 27th position, ladies and gentlemen, the number 9 of Blake Hewlett. On his outside, the 7, Brad G. Row number 15 on the inside in the 17, Mike Presley. On his outside, the 14, Ken Fry. Starting 31st in the 07, Wayne Graves. On his outside, the 80, Jonathan Day. Then you have Terrence Murphy, Isaiah Adams, and starting dead last, ladies and gentlemen, Frank Chavez. So there is your starting lineup here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the MX5 Trackside Experience 100 here at Watkins Glen. 150. So we're going to have a couple of stage breaks here tonight, folks. One at the end of lap number 10, then another at the end of lap 25, and then we're going to go to the finish. 50 laps here tonight at Watkins Glen in front of a sold-out crowd with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Your front row, it's going to be Willie Smith and Michael Harrington. Boy, I am pumped up, ready for some road course action tonight, folks. Let us know who you're pulling for in the chat. Who's going to win this thing? Who's going to junk it? Let us know. Still bumping around the track here with the pace car out front, ready to take the hard right. He is out of the way. We are ready to roll. Ladies and gentlemen, on your feet, off your seats, green flag in the air. The Growmasters Average Joe's Sim Racing League head into turn one. We got one into the fence. Clean up front here as Willie Smith in the 3 looks to the outside of Harrington. Using all the asphalt he can out there. No track limits here tonight. Willie Smith trying to take over that race lead. Michael Harrington smooth and fast out front. Can Harrington hold on? Clean racing here so far, folks. We are at Watkins Glen road course action here tonight. Trying to get my track map to work. It just does not like working here lately. We'll get it working here eventually, though, nonetheless. But as always, we appreciate you tuning in. We got Michael Harrington, your race leader. Willie Smith in the 2nd spot. 3rd place, we got a battle between Stephen Blevins and Chris Mackey. Oh, a big junk there. 94 is junk. Off track he goes. Who is in the 94? Let's take a look. That is Fred Chase. So we are doing no cautions here tonight except for our stage cautions. So Fred Chase has junked it. Let me fix my camera pack here real quick, folks. See if this one's any better. There we go. Other ones are a little bit too close, but there's Fred Chase. We saw him wipe out there earlier on, but he's finally got that thing back rolling. He's got some work to do, though, with Michael Harrington out front. Let's hop on board in the Hutchinson Motorsports Stevie right rear suspension cam with your race leader, Michael Harrington. Switching over to the onboard cam with your race leader, Michael Harrington out front, almost a 2nd lead on Willie Smith. Clean racing here for the most part throughout the field. Let's see what else we got going on. Brad G all the way back in 31st. Isaiah Adams here in the 26th spot. Let's take a look here, folks, at your HMS TV hard chargers. Isaiah Adams, oh gosh, they're 3 wide. Trying to make it 4 wide, they're junking it. Man, these guys are junking it here. Kean Fry has wiped out. Looks like Josh Revel involved as well. We're still green, by the way. Again, we're not doing cautions. So here's Kean Fry. He wipes out separately. So you have that. Let's take a look at Josh Revel. How did he junk it? So here's Josh Revel. Wham! Loops it around. Nothing he could have done about it. He is junk here tonight. Good news, though, for Josh is we are going to have some stage break cautions here at the end of lap number 10. So just about 8 to go. And uh-oh, folks, don't look now. But here comes Willie Smith reeling in your race leader out front. Looks like Willie Smith just put down the fastest lap of the session here early on, a 1:12.82. We are on board with your 2nd place truck of Willie Smith with the Growmasters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Tonight's race, again, the MX-5 Trackside Delivery Experience. Presented by Circuit Florida. Again, check them out, folks. Circuit Florida. Get you an MX-5 and take it out to the track, folks. I tell you what, I'm going to fly out to Florida, I think. Buy me an MX-5, and I'm going to rip it around that new 1.7-mile course. Oh, look out. Race leader almost wipes out. Door-to-door battle there for the race lead almost. Let's hop back on board. Willie Smith trying to take over that top spot. Here you go. The manufacturer standings on the screen for you while Willie Smith looks to the inside. Takes over that race lead. Willie Smith, new race leader. So he is your front running Chevy there in the 1st position. We have 18 Chevys out here. Average running position 19.1. In the Toyotas, the first Toyota is actually Austin Guerrero in 7th. And then in the Fords, you have Akari Kingwright in the 3rd position. And I tell you what, I was talking to Akari last week, and he kept acting like he was the world's worst road course driver or something, I think. So he's out here wheeling this thing in the 3rd position. Let's see if Akari can bring home a good finish. But as always, though, folks, we appreciate you tuning in. Click that like button on the video for us. More importantly, subscribe to the channel right now. We are at 969 subscribers. Just 31 more to go till we get to the 1,000 mark. In the 4th spot, Chris Mackey here out of Ackworth, Georgia. And rounding out the top 5, Ryan McClurg. Earlier, looks like Wayne Graves junked it. Let's take a look. Uh-oh. Not good. He had all day. Well, nonetheless, looks like they get tangled up. So the 20 is just struggling. He just cannot get going. He's pulling out in front of everybody. But here's Kean Fry. He's junked it as well. Locks it up. Goes off the track there. And slide job. Meanwhile, here's Dan Adams in that ugly Packers scheme. It's the ugliest truck I've seen in my entire life. Slide job, hard on the wall. That's what he gets for being a Packers fan. Dan Adams. So we go back live here. Ryan McClurg still in the 5th spot. Willie Smith, your race leader out front. Just 5 laps now remain in stage number 1 here with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League right here at Watkins Glen. Folks, we're going to take a quick break here. Go Hutchison Motorsports TV side by side. We'll be right back. Now, I'll tell you what, I'll stop. We are back here with the Grow Masters Average Joe Sim Racing League right here at Watkins Glen. Willie Smith, still your race leader. Looks like he is a favorite here tonight, but don't you count out Michael Harrington. He is right there with him as these two have kind of checked out from the rest of the field. Harrington trying to find a way. These two pretty even throughout the track here. Let's hop on the Hutchison Motorsports TV gyro cam with Michael Harrington in the second position, trying to find a way back around Willie Smith. Fred Chase junked it while we were on break. Let's take a look at this here, folks. Boy, Fred Chase is struggling here tonight. Slide job. There you have it. Brad G also junked it. Take a look here. Slider. Able to keep it out of the wall at least. Terrence Murphy junked it here. Looks like everybody's junking it right now. So here's the 5 of Terrence Murphy. Looking to make a move here. Pulls up underneath the 80. Goes in the corner. He just junks him. Oh, gosh. Jonathan Day there, I think, got junked. Take a look one more time at this. So Terrence Murphy looking to the inside of John Day. Well, he's there, bub. Wham! John Day forgets to hit the brake there till the very end, and he hits the wall. So there you have it, folks. Let's jump back out front here. 2 laps remain here in stage number 1. Willie Smith, your leader in the Magic the Gathering number 3 truck. Boy, that is one good-looking truck, folks. Let's take a look at the Hutchinson Motorsports. Oh, hang on. First, Nolan McClure just junked it. Everybody's junking it right now, folks. We're jumping through the whole field. Oh, gosh, he just junked him. That's the hardest wreck I've ever seen at Watkins Glen. Hold the brake. Somebody hold the brake. Goodness. Was that intentional, folks? Check this out one more time. Here is the chopper cam. Wham! Because later, loser, you're junk, I'm junk. McClurg, I don't think he touches the brake once. Wham! Into the wall, he gets that thing back rolling. Almost pulls out in front of another guy. So Nolan McClurg out here not making friends. Nonetheless, Willie Smith, your race leader. Last lap of stage number 1. Let's hop on board with your race leader, Willie Smith. Goes through the Hutchinson Motorsports TVS is right here. Here at Watkins Glen, that's the official name of them. And there's the caution. So there's the caution for the stage. Willie Smith, your stage 1 winner, bringing it home here. What a run there for Willie Smith. Takes home stage number 1. Second goes to Michael Harrington. Third, Akari King Wright, followed by Ryan McClurg and Chris Mackey rounds out your top 5. So again, these guys going to bunch up here, head down pit road most likely, and we're going to see how this all leads from there. So we're going to jump up to the Harpoon Design blimp. Head on over, harpoondesign.com, folks, if you're looking for a paint scheme. Paint start at just $25. Go see Brantley Roden tonight. Go get you a paint. harpoondesign.com. Talking to Akari.
Be sure to visit rabbitholepodcast.com today and check out the Halloween episode just released where the guys packed up all the equipment and traveled to a haunted location full of antique relics and take phone calls with first-hand encounters with spirits, ghosts, and all things paranormal. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out the new episode today at rabbitholepodcast.com.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
And we're back here at Watkins Glen watching your race leaders down pit road. Looks like Willie Smith going to win the race off of pit road. Hold on to that lead. As always, though, folks, we appreciate you tuning in. Be sure to click that like button on the video for us. Most importantly, click the subscribe button. Checking out the subscriber count right now. We've got 969 subscribers. Again, 31 away from the big 1K mark. We appreciate all our fans tuned in. We got Connor Gerard out there. Drunken Spider tuned in. Big shout out to Juicy Spider Studios. You might have seen that video we played early on in the Hutchinson Motorsports TV side-by-side. They are on board as an official channel sponsor / partner, whatever you want to call them. They're going to help us out with some graphics, and we're going to do our best to maybe showcase some of the stuff they can do. They definitely do some cool stuff. So go on over, check them out, folks. Juicy Spider. You'll see the logo here on the HMS TV side-by-side. I'll type it in the chat as well. Best way to contact them, folks, is head on over to either X, which formerly known as Twitter, or, yeah, that's probably the best way. So go on over to Twitter / X. Check out some of their stuff. They have a YouTube channel, upload a bunch of pretty cool stuff as well. They do all kinds of cool stuff over there, Juicy Spider Studios. And again, a big shout out to them here for hopping on board, helping us out. We're going to do our best to help them out as well as these guys get all bunched up, ready to roll. They can help you out with video editing, broadcast graphics, 2D and 3D animation, custom creative work, and much, much more. So get a hold of them if you're interested. We'll have some more official stuff down the line from them as well. This is all fresh stuff, though, here at Hutchinson Motorsports TV. These guys are going to take another out lap. I'm going to try to refresh my my overlay, try to get this track map to work. That does not want to work. Take a look if this fixes anything here. Probably not. Oh, there we go, finally. So there we have it. We got the big old overlay, track map, whatever you want to call it. Watkins Glen again here tonight. 50 laps around. We're going to have another stage break at the end of lap 25. That's going to be the halfway point as we bunch it up, get back ready to roll. It's going to be Smith, Burns, Kingwright, Harrington, and Day as your top 5 as we get back going here just shortly. And again, tonight's race, a big shout out to the race sponsor here tonight. The MX5 Trackside Delivery Experience, presented by Circuit Florida. So definitely want to check them out, folks. Get you an MX5. Go on over to the 1.7 mile course, Circuit Florida. Brand new, by the way. If I had a Miata, that's where I would bring it. But we're just about ready to roll as these guys are back lined up. You're going to see that pace car take the hard turn down pit road. Can Willie Smith continue to hold on to this race lead out front? How about Kevin Burns there in that 99 jumping out front? He's trying to insert himself into this race. Earlier on, we saw it was basically a runaway display there between Smith and Harrington. Let's see if any of these guys can maybe throw their hat in the ring here tonight. Like Larry McReynolds said a moment ago, folks, click that subscribe button for us. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. America's crew chief, Larry McReynolds, would never steer you wrong. All right, pace car is in, field is set. We are lined up here with the Growmasters, Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Green flag back into the air. A drag race into turn 1. Willie Smith holds on as the 8 of Harrington takes over that second spot quickly from Burns. Meanwhile, Ryan McClurg in the third spot in that 43 machine, trying to keep up with them. And they're junking in the back. Joshua Holt. Let's see what happens. Oh, big check up there. Nowhere for the 87 to go. He gets in the Holt. Oh, my goodness. The 52 of Holt just got smoked. Who gets him here? Wham! That is, I have no clue who that is. All I know is they're junk. Uh-oh, Justin Day just crashed. Take a look here at the 10 of Justin Day down this straightaway. Looks like he might have comes down a little bit too much there with the 16. So we're going to jump back out front here. Nothing surprising here. Willie Smith and Michael Harrington starting to run away from the rest of the field here tonight. Boy, this is a beautiful truck here on Willie Smith, the number 3, Magic the Gathering on the car. Ladies, look away. I tell you what, the ladies see that, they're going to be all over Willie Smith here tonight. Good-looking machine here for the 3, Willie Smith. Let's take the Hutchinson Motorsports TV drone out for a quick flyby. Here, let's take a look here, see if I can confirm. There we go. We do have connection. So here it is, folks. Magic the Gathering on the truck for your race leader, Willie Smith, as he's trying to hold off the 8 of Michael Harrington. Look at these two pull away here. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. Magic the Gathering on the car. Meanwhile, Frank Chavez jumped it. Not a good night for old Frank here. Started dead last. Well, oh my gosh! What is going on? It is a parking lot down the straightaway here. The 16 gets absolutely demolished. Oh my goodness. Hang on here, folks. We're still green, by the way, but take a look. The 16 loses it. Look at these guys. They don't even care he stopped. Wham! This guy's a weapon. Oh, goodness. Who was that in this white car right here? Try to find this out. We're still green, obviously. Is this Stapleton? No, Stapleton's in the 56. Let's see this, if we can see this white car drive by. Hang on, folks. Trying to find out who that. I can't see the number. Struggling here, folks. We are struggling. Here we go. It's Isaiah Adams. All right, let's rewind this. Again, we're still clean and green. I just want to find out who just smoked him. Let's hop on board. Take a better look at this here. So here's Isaiah Adams. We're on board. He sees him spinning out. He doesn't care. Wham! 16 just got murdered. That was a driver's door hit. Oh, goodness. Isaiah Adams might get charges for that one. But we go back live here. Willie Smith, your race leader, out in front of Michael Harrington. 9 laps remain here for stage number 2 with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Here tonight with the MX-5 Trackside Delivery Experience 150. Boy, Willie Smith, just pure greatness here tonight. Let's take a look at your laps led board. Willie Smith, 13 laps led. Michael Harrington's led 4. Nobody else that even really needs to be talked about here in the battle for the win. We got Ryan McClurg back in the 3rd position. Not a bad night for McClurg with Akari King right in 4th. Terrence Murphy up to 5th. How about this guy? Terrence Murphy, he started all the way back in the 33rd position, folks. He is your Hutchinson Motorsports TV hard charger. 28 spots gained up to 5th. Terrence Murphy. Goodness. Meanwhile, Jonathan Day is jumped. Slider. There you have it. Meanwhile, we have Kevin Burns in the 6th position in that 99 machine. Not a bad night for Kevin Burns. Behind him, you got Stephen Blevins in the 51. the prodigy of the king, Richard Petty himself. Look at the picture on the screen for Stephen Blevins. Richard Petty taught this guy everything he knows about racing. No wonder he's in the top 10. Behind him, Fred Chase. He was involved in an early incident, but it doesn't matter. Fred Chase perseveres. He is up to the 8th position. Back here in the 45 machine out of Lima, Ohio, Austin Guerrero in that 45, sitting in the 9th spot. And then rounding out your top 10, it's the number 2 of Michael Weaver. So there's your top 10 here tonight so far. 8 laps remain here for stage number 2. Boy, a big field here tonight for a road course. I'm not going to lie, I'm thinking in the back of my head, this is a road course. There's going to be a lot of guys not show up. Well, that's just not true because it looks like just about everybody showed up. Big old field here tonight. Well, we have 35 trucks signed in here with the Grow Masters Average Joe Sim Racing League. And folks, Terrence Murphy just junked it. Oh my goodness. I think he saw the 12 get a little sideways there and I kind of spooked him. Well, he was your hard charger. Not anymore, folks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that truck is junk here tonight. So Willie Smith still out front, half a second lead for Smith. As always, we appreciate you tuning in. Connor Gerard out there chatting it up. Hey, if you're out there, drop a comment in the chat. Chat it up with Connor. I would love to sit here and chat with Connor all night, but fortunately it's hard for me to respond to every comment. So if you're in the chat, drop a message. Let Connor know you're watching. What do you got to say here, Connor? He said, surprised that no one has wrecked it before the turn 2, causing a roadblock. That is definitely possible, Connor. We will keep an eye out on turn 2 here at Watkins Glen. Willie Smith, though, dominating this race. Michael Harrington trying to reel him back in. 3rd position is Ryan McClurg in that 43 machine. There we have it, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Top 5 again. We have Smith, Harrington, McClurg, Kingwright, and Burns rounds out your top 5. Road course racing here tonight at Watkins Glen, right here on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We're going to take a short break here, folks. Go HMS TV side by side. We will be right back.
Growmasters. The highlight is 30 different vitamins and minerals and an all-natural organic dewormer, which promotes gut health. When any animal is not fighting parasites and worms, they feel better, eat more, and they grow more, antlers included. Mention Average Joe Sim Racing League when placing an order for 2 40-pound buckets, and you will receive a free hat. This is an exclusive offer for Average Joe Sim Racers, family, friends, and viewers.
JS Racing. We're in the game.
Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
And we are back here at Watkins Glen. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 laps to go here for stage number 2. Willie Smith, your race leader, coming up on some lap traffic. Connor Gerard's a big fan of the 43's paint scheme. A big homage, it looks like, to the King, Richard Petty, as Willie Smith gets around this lap traffic. Michael Harrington right there hanging with him, trying to get around the traffic as well. You definitely don't want to jump the leader here as they get around you for a lap, or to lap you anyway. Sorry about that. In 3 laps, we're going to throw a caution, make it 2 laps, and we're going to rack them up for the last time. Again, no cautions tonight for wrecks, but we are doing 2 stage cautions just to kind of keep things a little bit competitive, I think, is the thought behind that. So we jump around. You know, during the break, there were so many wrecks, honestly. I mean, I don't think I can go through all these. There's just so many, but Chris Mackey jumped it. Take a look at this. This happened while we were on break. So here's Chris Mackey in that 25 machine, goes into the corner, and slide job. Akari King Wright junked it. Let's see what old Akari had up his sleeve here with Freedom 12 machine. It's like he goes in a little too hot. Jumps the curb. You got to turn the other way, Akari. And Wayne Graves junked it for about the 5th time tonight, I think. In the 31st position, Gravedigger 07 machine. Wayne Graves, let's see what he does. Slider. Not a good night for old Wayne. But we'll stay tuned right here on your race leader, Willie Smith. Heading through the turn, still out front, has about a 7/10 of a second lead. Can Willie Smith sweep the stages here tonight? Last lap around the track here for Willie Smith in stage number 2. Let's hop on board and go in the Hutchison Motorsports TV cockpit view with your race leader, Willie Smith, coming up on some lap traffic. And there is the caution, folks. So we're going to rack it up and do it again. Kind of weird we're throwing the caution. I don't know. Who knows how we're doing it. But nonetheless, Willie Smith sweeps the stages. He is going to be your stage 2 winner. Willie Smith gets the job done. So we're going to rack them up, head down pit road one more time. Not sure they're going to be good on fuel. I would guess they would have to pit once more in this last run. But only one way to find out. That's to sit back and wait. And folks, in the meantime, click that like button on the video for us. Subscribe to the channel. Big shout out to our race sponsor here tonight, the MX5 Trackside Delivery Experience. Right here with the Grow Masters Average Joe Sim Racing League. Also a big shout out to our channel sponsors, Harpoon Design. Head on over harpoondesign.com. And then Juicy Spider Studios. Go check them out. Twitter's the best way to get a hold of them, or X, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to take a quick break here. Go Hutchison Motorsports TV side by side. We'll see you in a moment for the start of the final stage of this race here with the Grow Masters Average Joe Sim Racing League. And the green flag is back in the air here. The final stage of the evening is underway. You're watching the Growmasters Average Joe's Sim Racing League as they head into turn 1. The 51 goes off the track, but the battle for the race lead between the 3 of Smith and the 8 of Harrington continues. Again, these two are your heavy favorites here tonight. One of these two appears to be the one that is going to win the race. We're going to see how this plays out as Willie Smith continues to dominate out front. Ryan McClurg, though, in the 3rd position behind Michael Harrington. Solid night here for the 33 of Ryan McClurg. Going back to 4th, Fred Chase. Kevin Burns as well in the 5th position. Let's go up to our eyes in the sky, the Harpoon Design Blimp. Take a look at these beautiful views here at Watkins Glen. Wow, the Growmasters Average Joe's Sim Racing League putting on a clinic here tonight at the beautiful Watkins Glen. If you're looking for a paint scheme, though, folks, head on over harpoondesign.com. They start at just $25. Brantley Roden is the #1 ranked painter on tradingpaints.com. Why would you want anybody except the best? What a view here at Watkins Glen. As Willie Smith continues to lead this race out front, Michael Harrington trying to reel him back in. Let's check out the chat, see what we got going on here tonight. Connor Gerard is pumped up, ready to roll. He's pulling for the #8 truck to win this thing. That's Michael Harrington. And they're already coming up on some lap traffic, it appears. So keep an eye out on this lap traffic. We know in past events here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV, sometimes these lap traffic trucks can kind of cause some havoc. But the 7 is going to do no such thing. He's basically going to pull over and let him head on by. So Willie Smith continues to lead. Let's drop back a little bit in the field, see what the 1 truck of John Sheen's doing in the 11th spot. You know what, folks? We've got the HMS TV battle board. Let's see what your closest battles on the track are. Looks like just about everybody is single file through the field. Just had a pass here for the 4th position, it looks like. Kevin Burns battling it out here with Fred Chase. So a battle for the 12th position here brewing side by side of Michael Weaver trying to hold off Jason Rushing for 12. Door-to-door battling as Weaver holds on to the spot for now. Well, let's take a look once again at your laps led board here. Willie Smith's led 27 laps here tonight. Just 20 more remain. Got your HMS TV hard Chargers board in the 15th position. It's Isaiah Adams. Boy, that's impressive. We saw Isaiah Adams absolutely annihilate the 16 truck who was parked on the track. Isaiah Adams, he kept her floored and he wiped him out. But he's all the way up to 15th after starting all the way back in the 34th position, folks. He is your hard Charger so far. Fastest last lap around there, Willie Smith, the fastest truck on the track. And then we got the HMS TV quick time. Obviously, Willie Smith, your race leader, going to have that as well. Oh, Jonathan Dominick's is junk. I don't know, Kevin Burns is junk too. Let's see what old Kevin Burns did. Slider. So there's Kevin Burns. Let's try to find Jonathan Dominick's reckon. I don't have that on my log. Give me a moment here, folks. Here you have it. Slider. Down pit road he goes. So I think that's an unscheduled pit stop for Jonathan Dominick's. We're going to line them back up, or we're going to go back up front. I mean, Jeffrey Petty in the 24 truck, currently out of Fayetteville, Tennessee, in that 14th position. So Willie Smith continues to lead the race here, a 2/10 of a second lead as Michael Harrington is hanging right there with him. He just has to find a way around him. Let's hop on board with your second place truck of Michael Harrington. 19 laps remain, going to be 18 this time around. And we're going to go trackside here, folks. It's time for some Harpoon Designs. Bring the noise. Cover your ears, folks. It might get a little loud out here. Wow, these guys are bringing it here tonight at Watkins Glen as you still see Willie Smith out front trying to hold off Michael Harrington here tonight. Been a two-truck race all night long. Looks like Brian Cook has junked it. Let's see what he did. Oh, he just junks the Packers truck. That's what I'm talking about. Well done, Brian. Oh, and the Packers truck gets him. Oh, man, payback. Take a look at this one more time here, folks. Goes into the corner, gets into the Packers truck, gives him a bump, says, get out of the way, go Bears. And then the 87 tries to sneak by him, and the Packers truck goes straight up the track, and he jumps him. So there you have it, folks. Austin Guerrero junked it earlier on as well. Let's take a look here at the 45 truck. Austin Guerrero. Oh, gosh. Hard right into the truck, and then the 12 gets into him behind him. So unfortunate there for the 45 of Guerrero. He had a decent night going there out of Lima, Ohio. So we continue to watch these two out front. And again, it looks like the third place truck of McClurg about 5 seconds behind. So once again, a two-truck race. Curious to see if these guys can make it on fuel. I'm going to guess they cannot. As always, though, we appreciate you folks tuned in here tonight for the Growmasters Average Joe Sim Racing League race right here at Watkins Glen. The MX-5 Trackside Experience 150 presented by Circuit Florida. We're going to take a quick break, though, folks. Go HMS TV side by side. You're not going to miss a lap. Be right back. Larry McReynolds has a message for you, though, first. Go ahead, Larry.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
We are back here at Watkins Glen. Race leader Willie Smith heading down pit lane. Right behind him, Michael Harrington. So top two down pit road. These guys going to pit together. They've been racing each other all night long. I think the rest of the field pit that last lap. We're going to see how this plays out here tonight. Willie Smith continues to dominate this race out front. Let's see if he can win this race off a pit road as well. Looks like Akari King Wright's actually all these guys still out there on fuel or on the old tires. So looks like Smith and Harrington going to give up the lead for a bit, but it's a matter of time before these guys have to head down. And again, the strategy here is pretty straightforward. There's not going to be any cautions here for wrecks. The drivers were told there will be no yellows for wrecks here tonight, so you don't need to get too cute with your strategy, hope for a yellow or something, because it's just not going to happen. So the longer you stay out there, the slower you are. Looks like Akari King Wright has about a, I don't know, we'll call it a second of tire fall off from when this restart was. So not too bad. Again, this is a long track here at Watkins Glen. Let's pull up some race information. There you have it, Watkins Glen. Right here, New York, 2.5 mile racetrack. 83-degree track temp, 67 degrees outside. So nice weather here for these guys. Here's Akari King Wright, currently your race leader. We know we can make it a while on fuel, but again, how long do you want to stay out there? Here comes John Sheen and Jeffrey Petty from the 3rd and 4th positions. They're going to pit. So that's going to move Willie Smith up to 3rd. Again, these two in front of him are definitely going to need to pit here. And then Michael Harrington's falling back just a little bit there on Willie Smith. So you see about a 1.5 second gap here between these top two trucks, you'll call them. Well, 11 laps remain here. We're in stage number 3 at Watkins Glen. The MX5 Trackside Experience 150 presented by Circuit Florida. Good racing here tonight. Looks like Josh Revel has junked it. Boy, it's been a night not to remember here for the 20 truck of Josh Revel. Goes in the corner here. Schleider needs to slow it down a little bit more than that, Josh. Meanwhile, the two of Michael Weaver in the 2nd position. Again, he still needs to pit as well. And Akari King Wright out front as your race leader, still out of Castro Valley, California, getting some laps led here. Justin Day heading down pit road here. So the Akari King Wright and Weaver still out there. I guess they're probably going to have to pit here in the next 5 laps or so, maybe even sooner. So we'll just have to wait it out and see. Let's check out the chat, what we got going. Connor Gerard out there. He said the intensimeter is at a 15 out of 20. That's a good rating there, Connor. If you're new here, the Connor Gerard intensimeter, it's a number from 0 to 20. Connor Gerard puts in the chat for us. Let us know how intense this race is. He's got this one at a 15 right now. The Growmasters Average Joe Sim Racing League. Again, Willie Smith has dominated this race. He's going to take back that race lead on this pit cycle eventually, but for now he's in the 3rd position with Michael Harrington right there with him. Again, he refuses to give up here. We're on board with Michael Harrington on the number 8 truck. Well, you know, watching these guys rip it around here, it reminds me, earlier on, I ended up doing an official. You know, I don't race very much these days. I'm too busy broadcasting 24/7. But I actually hopped in an MX5, went to the Roval for the D-Class officials, and I ended up getting junked, like absolutely annihilated by a lap car. Like he was about 15 car lengths behind me. He goes into the corner, never lifts. I obviously lifted, and yeah, so absolutely annihilates me early in the race, and somehow I wheel that thing and get a second place finish. Can you believe it? I got absolutely junked. I got hit, probably going, he was probably going 50 mile an hour faster than me when he hit me. It's kind of crazy. I did end up protesting him, which typically I don't protest people on iRacing. But when you're going to egregiously do that, I feel like people need to be kicked off the service. So I don't protest people for racing deals and whine about stuff, but on that one, I had to protest that one. So nonetheless, I brought home a second place finish. Who's going to get the second place finish here tonight? All night long, it's been Michael Harrington in second. Can he find a way around Willie Smith? As you see, Akari King Wright and Austin Guerrero, they head down pit road. So that's going to pass the lead on over to Michael Weaver. But look at that. Willie Smith is on his back bumper. And again, Michael Weaver still has to pit. So Willie Smith has literally done an extra pit stop, and he's still on the back bumper of Weaver. That shows the speed this guy has of Willie Smith. He is the heavy favorite here tonight. And the only reason there's any question at all that Willie Smith might not win this race is this man right here, Michael Harrington. He's been hanging with him the entire night. They've been within about a half a second of each other for basically the whole night. Michael Harrington, he just will not go away. He's just waiting for Willie Smith to make one mistake, and he can steal this race with just 8 laps remaining. Willie Smith, Michael Harrington battling it out for the race win. Ryan McClurg, he is in the 4th position right now, going to take over 3rd eventually. So he's had a solid night, been on the podium all night long. Just doesn't really have the pace that these top 2 do. But that's all right. Somebody's got to bring home 3rd, and Ryan McClurg has to feel pretty good about that. And here comes Michael Weaver down pit road. He was your race leader, but not anymore, passing the lead. Back on over to Willie Smith. And folks, look what we got here. The 8 of Harrington briefly gets side by side with your race leader. This battle for the win is going to get real here, folks. 7 laps remain here with the Grove Masters Average Joe Sim Racing League MX5 Delivery Experience 150 here tonight. So again, these two out front, bumper to bumper. Then you have Ryan McClurg in 3rd, about 16 seconds back. Then Fred Chase in 4th. He's 21 seconds back. And then your top 5, rounding him out, is Akari King Wright in 5th, 25 seconds behind these race leaders. So it's been a 2-truck race all night long. Nothing is going to change. Let's jump back a little bit here, see how some of these other guys are doing. Got Jeffrey Petty in the 9th spot, Brian Day 10th. Chris Mackey's been involved in an incident or 2. Here he is in the 11th position. Mike Presley cruising. He's got 0 on the truck, but he's number 17. So Mike Presley out of Knoxville, Tennessee in the 12th position. And he's got the wrong banner on his car. There you have it. Somebody tell on him. John Stapleton just junked it. What'd he do? Here's Mr. John Stapleton out of Muskegon, Michigan, the 56. Slide job, got Grow Masters on the truck. Throws the slider. Has to stop it, though. Well, that would have been a pretty sick move there if he could have kept that rolling. Blake Hewlett just junked it as well. What's old Blake Hewlett got up his sleeve? We've seen this Miami Dolphins number 9 truck off track a bunch here tonight. The Rockford, Illinois native Blake Hewlett is struggling, and he spins it out. But Willie Smith holds on to the race lead for now. About a 7/10 of a second lead separates him and Michael Harrington. Gonna be 5 laps to go this time. Josh Westendorf has just crashed. See what old Josh has up his sleeve in that 92 Detroit Lions truck. The Reese's truck throws a slider in front of him. Westendorf goes off the track. Slide job. There he goes. Steven Linger. Same thing here. Let's see what old Steven did. to Cherryville, North Carolina native in the 91 truck, Steven Linger. There you have it. Turn the wrong way there, bub. You're supposed to go right, not left. Looks like Willie Smith's pulled away in another couple tenths or so. So with about 4 laps remaining, Willie Smith out front. Let's jump over to our buddy Larry McReynolds. Has a quick message for you, folks. Go ahead, Larry.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
And we're back here with the Growmasters Average Joe Sim Racing League right here at Watkins Glen. It's been a quiet race here tonight, honestly, but we've had a good battle for this win out front between Michael Harrington and Willie Smith. But really, nobody else is duking it out with him, as Willie Smith coming up on some lap traffic. He's going to need to find a way around these guys quickly. Michael Harrington licking his chops. This might be his one opportunity to find a way around your race leader. Let's see if these lap cars can hold up Willie Smith to give Harrington in that 8 truck a shot at taking over the lead. We're going to hop on board here with the 8 truck in the 2nd position. He's seen this view a lot here tonight. The back bumper of Willie Smith. Going down the front stretch, 3 laps remain. Lap traffic is there. Willie Smith cannot mess around. If you're Willie Smith and these lap cars are holding you up at all here in a moment, you got to just kind of, oh gosh, one of them just smokes the wall. Thankfully, he doesn't collect the race leaders, but again, Willie Smith, he's going to have to move these guys if he cannot get around them, because he messes up one corner. You're going to see Harrington take over that lead. Looks like Wessendorf going to let him by there, does the friendly thing, lets him go on by. He knows he doesn't have anything for him. So Willie Smith catches a break here as one of the lap cars pulls over for him. Let's see if this next one elects to do the same. We're still cruising here. 0.3 of a second separate your top 2. Justin McCurdy just crashed it. Take a look. Actually, this was earlier. Yeah, this was the one we saw a moment ago there. The race leaders were coming up on him. And McCurdy smokes the ball. But folks, 2 laps remain here. Willie Smith out front trying to hold off the 8 machine of Michael Harrington. Smith trying to find a way around the lap car. That's the 78 here of Jason Rushing. He's going to let him by. He wants nothing to do with that battle. And here comes the 8 of Harrington. Boy, we're running out of time here, folks. We're going to be coming to the white flag this time around. Let's hop back on board the HMS TV cockpit view. Your race leader, Willie Smith. With the grandstands coming up, he's about to see that white flag waving in the air. Needs to lead one more lap to bring home the win. Willie Smith, he's got 41 laps led here tonight. Can he finish the job as they head down the front stretch? There you see it, white flag in the air, last lap around. Boy, Harrington looks into the inside there briefly. Willie Smith tries to keep the truck rolling. He's going to be good to go. Harrington not going to give up, though. Again, 0.3 of a second separate these two. That was probably his best shot here to make a move. Let's pull up the HMS TV track map so we can see right where these guys are. There you have it down the back stretch. Going to take the big winding right here. Looks like we're not going to have any lap traffic here before the end of this race unless there's a wreck or something crazy. So Michael Harrington starting to run out of corners here tonight. Willie Smith, your race leader. Smith takes a sweeping left into the right. Can he hold on? This might be Harrington's last chance. Not going to be enough, folks. Coming to the checkered flag. Willie Smith wins. Here at Watkins Glen, what a race between these two. Willie Smith and Michael Harrington put on a clinic. Clean and green all night long. Oh, and Harrington smokes him. He is not happy with the 3 of Willie Smith. He says, you're going to steal a win from me. I'm going to junk you. Absolutely annihilates him. But Willie Smith parks it in victory lane. And here is Ryan McClurg taking home 3rd. So it's going to be Smith, Harrington, McClurg, and then here comes Fred Chase into 4th. And then rounding out the top 5 is going to be Isaiah Adams after absolutely annihilating the 16 truck earlier on. Brings home a top 5 run. Boy, a fun race here tonight, folks. We appreciate you tuning in. Click that like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to jump in for some quick interviews. We've got a quick message, though, from Larry McReynolds first.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
And we're watching them burn it down. We got a handful of them doing some burnouts. One of which including Willie Smith burning her down. Let's pull some of these guys in for an interview. Give me a moment. Fun race here tonight, though. Once again, big shout out to all our great sponsors here tonight. Well, let's round out the night here with some interviews of your top 3. All right, I see Harrington and Smith. Let's find McClurg. Ryan Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
Hey, a good run for you. You know, you're sitting 3rd all night long, but it just seemed like those top 2 were kind of in a world of their own here tonight.
Oh, yeah, man. And we was all battling for 3rd place for sure. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, Nolan got out early. He crashed out early, so that gave me a shot at. Of course, I'm not dissing anybody else. There's plenty of other guys that could be up here too, but he's usually pretty good at these road courses. He just had some bad luck tonight. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, again, great run again. You were sitting about 3rd all night long with the that beautiful 43 Richard Petty looking scheme, but able to bring home a podium finish here. Heading into this road course, were you feeling like you had a podium type speed?
I did. I come in and practice. When I first come in and practice, I didn't think I was going to qualify. I thought they'd tell me, you're too bad, you don't get a race. But but after I got a few laps in, I found some speed a couple places there, and like you said though, didn't have anything for Willie or Michael. But congratulations to those guys, man. Those guys are awesome. But yeah, I felt comfortable coming in tonight. I didn't know if it was podium, but I felt like I could get a top 5 for sure. If my luck went, my way, and I was really torn where to take tires there at that last pit stop for fuel. And I was talking to Nolan on the other channel, and we were talking. I said, the only chance I got of beating these guys is if I don't take tires, and they do take tires, and I get a good enough lead to where they can't catch me. And of course, I think those guys took 2 tires, is what Nolan told me. So, but yeah, I'm not even sure. I think those guys could have been on 50 lap old tires, and I've been on new tires, and I wouldn't have anything for them. So,
Yeah, they either took 2 tires or no tires. Definitely wasn't a 4-tire stop. But hey, again, though, a good run for you here tonight. Next week, we're heading to Talladega. You know, a big change from what we had this week. How you feeling about going over to Talladega next week?
biting my nails. That's one of those tracks that you just never know what's going to happen. You just try to keep your nose clean till the end of the race, and then go for it at the end of the race there. You know, so hopefully everybody just kind of goes into that race just with that same mindset. Just don't want to put on a boring race by no means, but just kind of not, you know, get too racy till the end there. So, but you know, where we got a shot, but looking forward to it. I love the super speedways, but definitely looking forward to it. But it's a nail biter though. I'm more of a short track guy myself, but
Yeah.
but we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. Well, hey, before you head out, though, Ryan McClurg putting in a 3rd position. You got any shout-outs for the fans watching at home?
Yeah, my son Nolan. He was, after he got out of the race, he was spotting for me, so I appreciate him doing that for me and racing with me every week to make me better, and hopefully I make him a little better too. And then to my wife, let me do this every night or most nights. She's a very understanding woman.
Yeah, you got to give her a shout-out. You know, you don't want to get in the doghouse.
That's right. So,
Well, hey, congratulations, though, Ryan, putting it in the 3rd position here at Watkins Glen.
yeah, thank you guys.
There was your 3rd place finisher, Ryan McClurg. Time to bring in our 2nd place finisher, Michael Harrington. Michael, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what a show. You and Willie were right there with each other all night long and kind of in a league of your own, but you end up bringing home the 2nd place finish here tonight. How'd the truck feel? Did you think you had a shot at him maybe at the end?
There were a couple opportunities I probably could have put it there, but racing a teammate and racing for points and everything, I didn't want to do anything stupid. I took a peek on one time in turn 1, and I got a little wheel hop, so just trying to bring it home in one piece was kind of the main goal.
Yeah, well, hey, it worked out for you there. Again, you two just kind of checked out all night long. You know, had to feel pretty good, you and your teammate, to kind of dominate this race. But, you know, you're bringing home a 2nd place finish, and next week we head into Talladega. What are you thinking about that?
I'll be honest, I hate plate racing. It's luck of the draw, to be honest. But no, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun. But it's just one of those things. It's just kind of, hopefully you get hooked up with your friends and you push to the front a little bit.
Absolutely. You know, you kind of cross your fingers there. There's a little bit skill involved, but like you said, a lot of it is kind of luck of the draw. But hey, 2nd place finish for you tonight. Before you head out, you got any shout outs or anything for our fans here at home?
I just want to thank my wife for taking care of my 2-year-old while she lets me race, and all my buddies back home that are watching or tuning in, and another group I race with, Fish Speed. One of my buddies that races in another couple leagues and whatnot. Appreciate those guys for helping me get fast, and yeah, I think that's it.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations. A big 2nd place finish for you here tonight. Hopefully you can keep that momentum next week at Talladega.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir. Michael Harrington, your 2nd place finisher here tonight. Well, folks, it's time to bring in the star of the show. Let's see how many laps did he lead. Let's check out the HMS TV lap leaderboard. 42 laps led. Not too shabby out of 50. But let's get him in here, folks. Your race winner, Willie Smith. Willie, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy, Blake.
Hey, what a race. You know, I think we talked last week and you said you were looking forward to this. I didn't expect you to have this kind of speed, though. You and your teammate there kind of just checked out.
Oh, yeah. You know, like in season 1, you know, it was a good race. Congrats, you know, for Blake on that one during season 1. But we left everybody, the whole field. Only 2 people that finished that race was 1 and 2. That was not a lap down. And me and Mike, you know, we put a lot of effort in. So does John, and so does Brad. So you know, it's a good win for Trap House and adding the points.
Yeah, you know, you're going to be sitting really pretty in points. I'm not sure where that's going to put you, but I mean, you'll definitely, I assume, be in that lead.
Yeah, yeah.
So next week, though, you know, I talked to Mike a little bit about it. Next week we're at Talladega. What are you feeling about that?
You know, the plate racing, you know, it's a 50-50 chance. is,
Yep.
is the way I look at it. Either I'm gonna go in and with my teammates and we're gonna finish good, or halfway through it get taken out and our race is over. So that's a coin flip right there.
Yeah,
But
that's
looking forward to it either way.
that's definitely the case, but at least has to feel pretty good going in with a points lead. So even if things don't go your way, you're still going to be sitting all right.
Yep. That's my main goal is to take care of this truck and don't put it in situations where it don't need to be in.
That's
And
probably the
complete- and
best plan.
complete
you
every
can
lap.
do. Yeah, that's definitely the best plan you can do at Talladega. But hey, congratulations. A big dominating win here tonight at Watkins Glen. Willie Smith, your winner. Before you head out, though, you got any shout outs or anything for our fans at home?
I sure do. Thanks to my wife, my kids, my grandpa watching, and I appreciate you putting on the broadcast, and thank Grow Masters for their support in our series, and that about wraps it up, Blake.
Absolutely. Well, hey, once again, congratulations, bringing home another win here tonight with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League.
Thank you.
Willie Smith, partner in victory lane here tonight, and man, he definitely deserved this one. He was out front basically the whole race. So there were 8 laps he didn't lead, and I think all of those were under the pit cycle. So Willie Smith, again, a big deserving win here tonight. But once again, we appreciate you folks tuning in here tonight. The Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League tonight at Watkins Glen. It was the MX5 Trackside Delivery Experience 150 presented by Circuit Florida. So, folks, before you head out, be sure to click that like button on the video for us. Subscribe to the channel, Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. We're going to end things there, folks. And again, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
42 right there with him. Smokes him. Oh my goodness! Oh! The whole field is junk! It's a parking lot! They door slam each other! Checkered flag in the air! It's gonna be too close to call! Oh, he just got smoked! Oh my goodness! He got dumped in racing! Caution is out! Oh! He's dead! Toward each other with their chunks in!